Hello. Come on. Oh, really? Come on. Oh. There we go. There we go. Okay. This was bothering me since last time. Okay, next on the agenda is this here. Come on. Jesus. Okay. 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 Now let's try it on this side before we commit on the other side. Okay. Okay. Where is it? Okay. Okay. So what we're gonna do here, if you can see, I'm just gonna put in this guy. See? This guy. Now we are going to attach it to this. And hopefully this is gonna be what we are looking for. Ish. You know, it's not perfect. Not by any means. Because we don't have, see, we don't have a very good connection here between, I mean, this isn't even connected, so This is kind of connected, so the steering is not gonna go anywhere, but it's not perfect because this is still hanging there in the air. Could be left alone, I guess, as it is. But the top part is worrying me because we need to kind of combine this into one, you know. We are lacking a connection here. We have to pick up from here, obviously. Question is just how. I'm not entirely happy with this. And there's of course no room for a frame. What if let's try these. So we could no. Oh no, yeah. No, we can't. There's no. Ah, man. We can't because we cannot attach them anywhere. That's quite a pickle. So my guess is we need to rethink the attachment for the steering. And we need to rethink this guy here. This guy is gonna be done slightly differently. Well, continuing the scenario, you know, we need to attach the A pillar, locate the B pillar, and then move on. The roof is gonna change, of course, and of course, while we are doing this, we can discuss future plans, of course. This is really bugging me. Ah, okay. This is how we, yeah, this is how we are gonna solve it. So, very simple, actually, very simple. So first, I need to cancel those axles. I mean, yeah, basically both. I'm gonna cancel both axles. This one and this one, okay. So now really, the super glue that we used here seems to have caught on here between those two. Really. Oh, okay. It let go. Nice. Okay. This is when we didn't have these here. So I ordered more. Now we do have them. There. However, I think no, we're gonna leave them like this, yeah, because this hole is gonna come in handy later. Okay, we're gonna leave them like that. And okay, this guy is in the way at the moment. Okay. Cancel this. I don't know what I'm gonna do here, so I'm just basically gonna place this guy here, just so you know we have an option to use this for something. The big change comes here, so I'm gonna remove this and this, and I'm going to use this here like that. This and this. There we go. Okay. 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 Good. This is sorted. Now we have a nice pickup point here, which we are going to promptly use. These two bad boys. And these two bad boys are going to basically combine this firewall. There you see. Here they're gonna, I mean, we're gonna extend, we're gonna use two lift arms here, but just so you know, this is gonna be mounted here, so it's gonna be fine. This is gonna be fine. We just need to make sure that this is attached properly, but we do have an attachment point here on this. So essentially what's going to happen is that only the top one will provide the stability left and right, and the bottom one is going to be the mount for the steering. But let me just, while I have this in, let me just pause for a second and see if we can improve this even further. Ideally, these two would be one stud longer, of course. Then we could use just, you know, a 15 stud lift arm, and not worry about it, because right now we would need a 17 stud lift arm to fully engage this. I wonder if I should go to the trouble. Just a second. I'm combining a few things in my head. If we should go to the trouble and actually moving these one stud further to the center. and basically, well, make this an elaborate piece. If this would be well sensible. We could use with these, yeah, but then there would be too many axles. And you know what my what I think about axles. Like this, and then no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Exactly. That's exactly what we're gonna do. First, let me remove this on the other side. There, so that we have this ready. Come on. Ugh. Okay. This is done, and this is done. This goes away. Okay, so this is symmetrical. Right. Now that this is symmetrical, which bionicle part? Can you resend it on in Discord? I'll show you what I wanted to do here. Just a second. So my idea is this, and the same part on the other side, and then we are gonna see what is gonna happen out of this. There. There. Where is the big piece? Oh, here it is. Here is our big piece. in just a moment, this should be a lot more sturdy than it was before. There, there, and there. Okay. Now we have some sturdiness back in the system. Wait, what? Oh, I dismantled this. I dismantled this. Oh, really? Okay. Why? Why did I do that? I'll put this. Okay. I'm getting old. Really. Okay. There. Very nice. And we have even more room than before. Amazing. That's amazing. So we have, because of what we did, we have suddenly more room in the firewall, even because there's no panels on the side, or no frames on the side, and this is wider than it was. Nice. Okay. I know why I removed this before. Okay, so we still need to mount the steering column. We still need to mount that. Okay, let's see if this works. Oh yeah, obviously this is not gonna work the same way it worked before, because things have changed here quite significantly. Did they? No, this should be mountable. Or okay. The bottom one is the problem. Okay, I don't see a picture on Discord, but maybe I need to refresh it. Yes. Yeah. No. I told you my reasons for this piece. Yeah. I told you my reasons for this piece. No, because it's a rare piece and it's hard to get and it's expensive. That's why we are not gonna use it. However, I hope we can find a reason to use it on the Audi S1, because that's a race car and there every bit of kit like this, so every piece that makes our life easier, is gonna be used, because it's a race car and race cars, can be expensive. But in this case specifically, I'm not gonna use it because I would like, for people to be able to replicate this. And if I use this, yeah, but the springs are easier to change. The spring. This is part of the structure of the car. Springs can, we can revisit this and put different springs in. It's not gonna change much, but this is basically a major part, major structural part of the car. If you know, if we decide, we can change the springs. If you want, we are gonna change the springs to something else. We're not gonna use these. We're gonna use something else. You know, we can use pneumatic cylinders. I don't know. Everything's possible. But here, you know, once we commit to something structural, this is much more difficult to change. If I struggle how to do this, you know, and I pick a perfect piece like that, and people would be like, "Oh God, what to do?" And this is a very important part. So it's more important than the suspension, because the suspension can be changed. In the extreme case, someone could come and convert this to double wishbone. It would be possible. Elevated double wishbone suspension would be perfectly possible. So that's my reason. I don't want to do this because it's you know, a very special piece. And of course, since the part is gonna be in the Sierra, I'm not gonna be able to use it in the Audi, because I'm not gonna buy more for the Audi. Another reason. Okay. Here we could just use. There, that's how we're gonna do it. Okay, sorted. So this is sorted. We just need to attach this, and then we can move on and do something else. This is gonna sit here, right? It's gonna sit here and be connected like this. Yes, it's gonna be connected like this. So this is gonna be on this side. Here, what are we gonna use here? Ah, the same. Same. We're just gonna use this guy here. Well, it's gonna be marvelous. There we go. And at the moment, I'm not gonna do anything here on the other side, because I think, you know, maybe I'm gonna make this one shorter, and then we can have like a glove compartment here or something, because, you know, there's room. Okay, perfect. So let's move on to the B pillar. Let's consult our blueprints and see. The blueprint says that, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. If I connect a line from the center of the front wheel, that, where's the text file? Dimensions. So our scaling factor is 16.8. Okay. So 512, I said, right? 512 pixels. So 512 pixels divided by 16.8 is 30.5-ish studs. Needs to be from the center of the wheel. So 30 point something studs. Okay. Let's make a ruler. Okay. So when I measure from the center of the wheel, this is 30 studs. And this is, okay, 30 studs. So our B pillar needs to be, well, here. Okay. That's fine with me. But first I want to measure the wheelbase. So the wheelbase says on the blueprint it should be 44 studs. Let's see if this holds true or if we need to shorten it by 1 stud or lengthen it. I forgot how I forgot what dimension we had before. I think it was 45. So 30, basically we need to add like 14 studs, and this should be a wheelbase. Whoa, okay. Okay. I need you to be further back, but I don't have anything to put this on. Yeah, I need to make some changes to this setup, but okay. So this is 44 studs. So the blueprint says 44 studs. I align this, and we can see that the wheelbase that we have here is too long. It's too long, but how much? If I place this exactly in the center, it's too long by a whooping 2 studs. We are 2 studs too long. Okay, so we need to shorten this. Interesting. Which will mean that if we short, what do I mean 45.5 the 45.5 on the blueprints that I have here, and that I'll post them in the chat in Discord on the blueprints that I calculated, yeah, maybe, yeah, it was, but the new measurement is different with the new calculations and the new blueprints. So I think the new blueprints are more accurate anyway. So we are basically, well, we're chopping off 2 studs out of the chassis. There's, I mean, nothing else to do. We need to make this 2 studs shorter. I mean, it's obvious where we're gonna shorten it. We're gonna basically remove these lift arms here, so everything is gonna be shorter, and this guy here is going away, and we're gonna replace this with, I don't know, something. These two, of course, need to stay. We need the tunnel here, but other than that, yeah, we need to shorten this chassis. So let's do it. But didn't I do this? Okay, let me put axles here into these. Yeah. I need to find a way to move the camera further away, but since it's just a desk mount, I need to basically buy a different mount. But anyway, okay, here's a ruler. Okay, so we don't have to measure from center to center. We can measure from, if I put this on like this, and then we have like here, yeah, it's half a stud that's going astray. Or is it? Oh, not really. Not really. They, it's quite the same, yeah. See, these do fit kind of. So basically, our current setup is 46 studs ish, give or take a few millimeters. And we do need to shorten it, well, by 1 stud. Yeah, it needs to be 1 stud shorter. I think you agree, right? It's about 1 stud, yeah. 1 stud shorter. That's gonna be fine. Yeah. Okay, then it's just 1 stud. It's not that radical, but still we need to shorten it because 1 stud of wheelbase makes actually quite a lot of difference. So we're gonna chop off this center bit. So this guy is gonna go, no, wait for it. No, this guy stays. Why is it staying? Because of this. See, this guy here is basically part of the support for the steering. So we're gonna leave this guy here in and remove this here. Yeah. Sadly, I have absolutely no idea how we're gonna fit in this. and this. But we are gonna figure it out, I guess. What if I'm thinking of what if we actually elevate this up to this level? So it's basically the same level as this. Yep. And don't use this, but use frame, for example. Frame. This would be much easier to integrate in here, and then we can, well, tidy it up a little bit with something. Or once we have a frame in, we can basically attach these two on the side of the frame, and it's gonna look pretty okay. Because my main concern is how to attach something to this. So if we have a frame here, the frame is gonna be able to attach to this without a problem. Yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna have to use shorter lift arms here. Whoops, I tore it in two. Okay, so this is staying, and we are putting this guy here. On top of him. We are pulling this frame. There. We need to remove this here. Sadly, it's in its entirety. We're gonna reconstruct this a little bit differently. These two are gonna come in later, maybe, you know, maybe if it's not in the way of the steering, but we'll see. Let's see. Okay, so now to this. Where do you connect? 1, 2, okay. 1, 2, okay, yeah. So here, here, and here. There. Don't need this. And don't need this, I think. Huh? This guy can connect here as well, but not on the other side. There, we're back together again. Now let's see about the center part. What can we do here? Well, for the immediate future, immediate future. For now, I'm just gonna connect this somehow, just so it doesn't collapse, and then I'm gonna attach the hand of God steering. And after we have that sorted out, yeah, I don't have those. Sorry. Looks okay. I don't have those parts, sadly. So even if I wanted to, I could not use them right now. But that's okay. That's okay. Stay. There. There. We have some stability in our lives again. Now let's go to the hand of God steering. Let's see what we can do here. So this was the setup we had before. Yeah. We can actually fix this up really good here. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. I'm reasonably happy with this. It's in the same position as before, and a bit cleaner. Definitely needs revisiting, of course. We need to do this a little better, but for now we're gonna move on with the rest of the car, because you know I'm pretty sure that we are gonna change this part again. So don't get your panties in a twist right now, because I'm pretty sure that we are gonna revisit this and shake things up a little bit. Okay, so we said 30 point something. 30.5 would be our B pillar center, and this is here. Okay, where the blue pin is. The blue pin is the B pillar center, which is handy, I guess. We can use this guy here. And then we can basically start making the B pillar here. There. Okay. And of course we don't need this. This is absolutely unneeded. And this is gonna be changed as well. But first B pillar and part of the roof, and then we can tackle this. So where the blue pin is the start of the B pillar. So when the door closes, it's gonna touch the B pillar, and then we can have the lock further inside, and we can move. Yeah, since the B pillar is gonna be a little thicker, you know, because then it extends into the side panels. Where is? Oh, here it is. Okay, so we can do this, and then yeah, we can combine these in another way. There we go. What does fit? Perfect. This fits perfectly. There we go. Much better. Okay, B pillar. So we have a nice, you know, a cutout supported on both sides. Okay. And now we're gonna have, yeah, the B pillar is coming here. We had this supported like that. Okay. Okay, but this is from the wrong side. This is the right side, I think. Yeah. Okay. What I think here is that the this part of the pillar needs to be further in, because the door frames are gonna interfere with this. I'm pretty certain they are. Needs to be a little bit further in. This may give us some further scope for development. And what I would like to see is, if we have a number 3 connector here, is there a possibility to convert the number 3 connector to a 90-degree with a number 5, I think? No? We use a number 3 and number 5. Okay. Very good. Then let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Okay, this is not needed at the moment because I want to just experiment here and see if this is feasible or not. Okay, so it's a little more stiffer than before. So 5. Let's see where we are. Number 3. We could get lucky here. Absolutely. Of course, I need to now make another brace here, just so that any inconsistencies here don't fool us. And see if we have a straight line. Maybe this time the system isn't going to troll me with some weird half a stud stuff, you know. That would be really great. If it would be a full, the geometry would be a full stud, that would be great. More pins. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm an optimist, you know. Maybe every once in a while, I get lucky. Even I can get lucky sometimes. I'm so complicating simple things here. Okay. Okay, how do we do this? So am I. So am I. But I'm actually hoping that it's not going to happen. I'm actually hoping this time that we are gonna struck gold. Where is it? This guy. And this guy. It would kill you to be the right size, right? Yeah. Yeah, the t-shirts. I really need some merchandise, yeah. There and there. Yeah, okay. Waiting for the moment of truth. Let's see. Is this all aligned? Because this can easily fool us. Very easily. I'm gonna make a brace here again. There's so much movement in all of this that I'm really not trusting my instincts. And what do you know? It's half a stud. At least that's how it appears to me. Let's settle it down and see what's happening. Because yeah, I mean, depending on what you do here, I guess we could stretch it by a stud, but it's not now. It's half a stud, yeah. I think. But we can fix that actually. Let me see if we can do the same thing that we did with the charger and use this guy here. Would this be better? I wonder. Yeah, it's very strange. It's very strange. Of course, when I pick it up here, you can see it changing, but that's to be expected. So basically, I don't know. We want it to be, when it's on the road, settled. I want this to be. No, now it's exactly. Now it's not a quarter. Now it's exactly half a stud. Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay. We can deal with it. If it's exactly half a stud, and it's just one occurrence of the half a stud, so it's not in two planes. So it's basically just uh, in this plane. It's not like in this plane and in this plane. Sometimes you can have half a stud differences in all three planes, and then just say, fuck it. That's You lose your will to live, and your will to live basically, if this happens. But if it's half a stud off in just in one plane, which this appears to be the case. Yeah, it appears to be the case. That's something I can live with, and we can actually work with it. So what happens next? The next part is I am. Just let me explain what we're gonna do next, because this is gonna have an effect here on all of this. So this is the B pillar, and now remember when we talked about the B pillar on the four-door car. On the four-door car, the B pillar terminated here, so that was okay. But on the three-door car, the B pillar continues. So basically, it's a big window here, and then the B pillar continues down, basically to the rear of the car. This means that we have to now invest more energy, well, into making the rear end of the car sturdy as well. But that's to be expected here. And since we don't have an elaborate door jamb here, this part of the car is going to be much simpler. Like in the Charger, we are going to basically make a strut tower here that's going to combine this with this, and then the C pillar is going to be basically, for now, based on the strut tower, on the beams going here. However, one more thing. We do have the rear springs mounted vertically, but since this is a hatchback and the rear seats can fold over, and we are gonna have a large space in here now, let's take advantage and move the springs to a horizontal to a vertical position, so that there's space in between here. So we have space here in between to pass, I don't know, things into the car. So we have like this much room here for stuff, I don't know, for various things that we might want, like air tanks for pneumatic engines, and random stuff like this. Yeah, so that's my reasoning here. So the entirety here of the push rods is going to be changed a little bit. These are going to be probably higher, and since they're going to be higher, we can move, I think, this here further outward to make more room here, and then the spring is going to be vertically mounted here. We'll see. Probably some things here are gonna change as well. Okay, enough talk. Let's mount this fucker here. keep in mind I'm gonna mount it just temporarily, so that we do the other side and then we do this as well. Yeah, I guess. There we go. This seems okay-ish. Of course, once the C pillar is in place and the B pillars are symmetrical and made better, this is gonna be a lot sturdier. Okay, C pillars. Let's see. Again, measuring from the same reference point. So from the center of the pixels away from the center of the front wheel. So 900 pixels. That's 900 divided by 16.8. 54-ish studs, give or take. We can say 53. Let's say 53 studs away from the center of the wheel. And 53 studs. 53 studs is how much? Or do we first tackle this? Since the attachment of the C pillar is dependent on this, we probably should first deal with this. Yeah. Let's do this first. And for this, we have to remove our brace here. And of course, everything else. I'm just gonna put what do I have here? Something, yeah, something under the car. This. Yeah, I will do. But first, we need to get rid of this. Okay. So without come on, bad conscience, we can make these longer. There we go. There we go, and now we can move these here further out. here. There. I have no idea if this is too long or too short. I don't know. We'll find out. There we go. Now we have to find out how to position this. Because I think that we are gonna have the springs are gonna be recessed here. Recessed here because of the lever here. Just thinking about something. I mean, these are way too soft. But if we would get Unimog springs here, I still don't see it. Maybe. Let's try it out. Let's try this out. Maybe it's gonna make our lives easier. I could, I mean, I probably will face eternal damnation for what I'm gonna do now. Camera, what the fuck? There we go. So I'm probably facing eternal damnation for what I'm going to do now. But let's try it. Because we do have the room. And this, you know, it has enough leeway to twist a little bit and Maybe a little bit lower. I don't know. I don't know. It works. Does work. So I am pretty sure that not everybody is very enthusiastic about this. As a matter of fact, Christian isn't. I can see this right away. Of course it's bending. Why do you think I used ball joints? I mean, why do you think I wanted to do the pushrod suspension in the first place? Um, you know, but if we turn it around 90 degrees, then it's gonna bend when I go up and down. Um, it's bending right now because, you know, the caster, the camber is changing. But there's, you know, there's enough flex in it to handle it. And it's gonna be and it's here, it's of course it's exaggerated by this piece here flexing as well. I can't. I cannot angle it in the same orientation as the suspension. It's gonna bend. It's you have to understand the um, the trailing arms are bending in both directions. So no matter which direction I turn it, it's gonna bend in one. And of course, it's being exaggerated, of course, by this not being in a fixed place. So this isn't fixed yet. So once this is properly fixed, that this is gonna be much less. Let's first see if the wheel fits. That's another question entirely. Maybe the wheel doesn't fit and we have to re-engineer this anyway. But the wheel fits. This is good enough for me, you know, because it everything here has flex and it doesn't really matter because once the suspension is on the ground, uh, this is gonna be in a proper position anyway. You know, it's gonna be fine. You'll see. It's way too soft though. That's the problem. That's the biggest problem. It's way too soft. I'm not sure if the Unimog springs, so the Unimog springs are much harder than this. If the Unimog springs are gonna be hard enough. And as far as I can see this, it needs to go lower. Yeah, Unimog shock absorber needs to be bought, and that will fix this. The softness, of course. Since I don't think we are gonna put that much weight on the car here, because the charger was much heavier here because of the elaborate construction. But here basically everything is going to be empty space, much less material, so the Unimog springs should be fine here, I think. What I'm well, concerned here, not really concerned, but what I don't like at the moment is the lack of height adjustability of the spring. I somehow think it's too low. Oh, it's not too low. It's just too soft. That's all. Okay, so Unimog springs should fix this. Okay. Very good. Very good. Your silence speaks volumes, by the way. I think Christian is right now is crying. Where is this? Ah, here it is. Sound of silence, yeah. The sound of silence right now is deafening. Which part is it? 32,039. You mean the spring? Oh. Unimog springs are gonna do it good. Okay. Obviously, I'm gonna brace it here because otherwise we're gonna be in a world of pain. adjusting all of this. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna look at the pictures in a second. Just let me brace this. This isn't gonna change anything. Okay, okay. Now this is much better. See, the flex is really minimal. See, the flex, now that everything's braced, you can see that it's really minimal. There's so much flex everywhere in those parts that it's really nice. It doesn't look to be stressed. Okay, let me look at the Discord. What's wrong with this part? What's wrong with it? You think it's gonna break? Six, 5, 4, 8, 7. Which one is this? 4, 8, 7. This, we cannot use this. Yeah, I know that one breaks. Okay. So we need to redesign this a little bit. Okay. So we need a hole here, and we need basically the part that's going to actuate the spring needs to be part of the wheel hub. Okay, so it needs to be actuated by the hub itself, not this part, because if it's actuated by this part, this is gonna disconnect. I don't know the part numbers. Which 15011 150 100. Okay. Yeah, no, that's not gonna help us at all. You mean here? You put it in. You would put it in here, and then yeah, but you mean this blue pin? This blue pin. Jesus. Mm. The we need to replace this part in any way. So we are not gonna use this part. Okay, doesn't matter what we connect here. Um, I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea which is gonna make everybody happy. Okay? Everybody's gonna be happy. Let me just build it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna make me happy. It's gonna work good. Just a second. See, this here can negotiate. This here negotiates this part. Of course, I need to. Where is it gonna sit? We can. Yeah, we can make it sit here where it was. No problem. So, basically what's happening here now is that everybody should be happy. Maybe I should put 10 pins in here so that this can move more easily. But right now I think everybody should be happy. This works beautifully. It's exactly in the center of the wheel. You see? No, come on. It's exactly in the center of the wheel. And I think it's a winner. But it moves. It moves good enough. Yeah. Maybe. Let's see if I remove this. Yeah, we need to do something about this. I'm not feeling it. I'm feeling that this is detrimental to the experience. No, I'm not. It's not gonna fall out. It can't fall out. just need to do this differently, and we're gonna do this differently. Oh, better, much better. So like this guy here can be omitted in its entirety, and we are gonna place this. We're gonna place this guy here. Yep, like that. This, then this. There we go. See? This is now even better. And much stronger actually than it was before. Perfect. Yep. This is amazing. And I think, you know, this kind of suspension is gonna take all of the abuse that we can put into it. It has the movement, everything. Yeah, it clears the wheel. Where is it? It should clear, I mean, it should clear the wheel. Where is it? Okay, this guy here doesn't. Okay. This doesn't clear the wheel. Bummer. But it can be done differently. It can be done differently. We can attach it here. If this is a problem, we can attach it here. Everything is doable. Yeah, of course. Let me just see if this clears. Alf, I couldn't tell you. Yeah, this doesn't clear. This doesn't clear the wheel either. But no problem. You know, there's another solution. We can use, of course, this guy here, and then basically can use this, and it's gonna be a little more complicated, but this is gonna be yeah, this is gonna be the solution. We just need to make it a little bit smarter. I'm gonna remove the trailing arm just so I can work on this off the car. You know, it's gonna make life easier now that we know where we are. You know, it's gonna make our life a lot easier. For this, we need to redesign a few things here. One of them, of course, is this, which immediately gives us one of the points for this. See, like this. And now, only thing we need is the other point, which is gonna be a little trickier, but since we have this here, it's manageable. Basically, yeah, there. There, problem solved. Problem solved. There. Problem solved. And this is as sturdy, as sturdy as it gets. And of course, wheel test. No problem whatsoever. There. And exactly, everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. And we have a nice rear suspension. Much better than before. Simpler, realistic, which we wanted. So now we do have the springs no longer push rods. So now it's exactly how it should be. And it's gonna be grand. Only thing remaining now is to replicate it on the other side, and we're happy. There we go. No longer under so much stress, but I think we could move this further out. Or no, that's fine where it is. It has this. This is good. I'm pretty sure that Christian is gonna find some discrepancy once he builds this in CAD. I'm pretty sure, and we are gonna probably redesign a part of it. But for now, this is okay. So let's repeat the exercise here on this side. Yeah, sorry. I mean, your explanation skills are poor. What can I say? But you know, the important part is that we arrived at a solution. Everybody's happy, and we can move on. Right. I mean, you know, in the worst case scenario, you can write it, you know, in Croatian. I'll understand, and then I can translate or explain whatever. You know, sometimes if an idea needs to be conveyed, you know, you just use the tools that you have at your disposal. Okay, wow, okay, that's too high. We need to lower it by one stat at least. Um, or maybe even two. Nah, two is too low. Just in the middle. It's the middle ground, exactly where I cannot mount it. But that's not true. Basically, what we can do is, yeah, exactly where I cannot mount it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? So one, two. Oh, right. Yeah, of course. It needs to be 6 studs up. And these, of course, don't have a hole at 6 studs. Okay. I'll do the next best thing. So, yeah, at least we don't have the half a stud problem. So I'm gonna mount it here on top. And then I'm gonna put in this one, and I can mount it here. There. That's much more civil. And the same on the other side. There we go. Okay, there we go. Everything is nice. And now we are ready to start on this. Of course, the stream is about to end because we have reached the end of it for today. There we go. Yep, this is straight. So that now we have the proper basis for the roof and everything else. And in the next stream, of course, we now that we know the position of the B pillars, in the next stream we are gonna make basically the C pillars as well. We're gonna fix the B pillars in place and make the roof. And once we have that, it's smooth sailing from there on. No huge challenges anymore, like fundamental stuff. Just, you know, then we can start doing the bodywork, the doors. The door jambs are gonna be a slight problem, but not a big problem. You know, we need to do the front valance. So this structural part needs to be re-examined in order for us to have it less twisty. I am probably gonna leave the steering as is for now, since we can always revisit it. And please let me know, as Jedna said, so Zero Big, if we're gonna change the front struts from these here that we are using now to something that's more readily available. If you say so, we're gonna redesign them. You know, because at the end of the day, if you cannot replicate what I'm doing here, it's for naught, basically. I want people to be able to do what I do here, and it's gonna be, when it's done, it's gonna be a Ford Sierra RS 500. So yeah, shortened the wheelbase today. Redid the rear suspension spring setup. Located the B pillar. We also mocked up the firewall. I think we did a lot today. Well, the options for the front suspension is basically using the same springs, I mean the Unimock springs, as we did here, or we could use pneumatic cylinders. So I could, you know, pneumatic cylinders which we take apart. Sorry, which we take apart and place springs inside of them, like I've done many times before, and I think I still have. Yeah, see, I have a spring here inside. So I think the E30 that I did also had it. Um, well, if you know, Marco, if you want to recalculate things by yourself, yeah, like on the E30. If you want to recalculate the things by yourself, there's the blueprints are in the Discord, and the scaling factor that you need to consider is 16.8. So if you put this into any program and take measurements in pixels, the number of pixels you get, you divide by 16.8, and this gives you the number of stats. Why would you? Why are people so obsessed with air springs? They work just in two ways. Either they don't work or they are full hard. So they are pumped up to a level where there's no spring action at all, at least in Lego. Um, so I don't see the point. It would not be a spring, you know. And if you don't want it to leak and be the car to be on the ground every time, you need an active system and like a hydropneumatic, something, a compressor in it to pump them up. But when you pump them up, then they are too hard. They're gonna be rock hard. It, it's stupid. You need springs, at least in Lego. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll see you, well, on Discord, um, but I'll see you on Friday in the stream. We'll continue there when we left. I probably am gonna replicate the. Oh, oh, sorry. I'll probably replicate the B pillar on the other side while we're gone. Other than that, we are gonna do everything on stream. Um, well, do check out my Patreon because Lego is not cheap. And thanks for watching, and I see you on Friday.